Thank you. Joining us now is Pavel Molchanov, Raymond James oil and energy analyst. Pavel, where do you see oil prices heading in the short term? Of course, everybody's asking the question, have we reached a bottom? But I know nobody can really tell me that, but at least give us your best thought.
Sure. By the end of the year, WTI could get into the mid-40s. So up about, maybe 10, 15% from current levels, and Brent would be
WTI in the mid-40s. We're at $40. So you're just calling for it to go back to $45 a barrel.
It's the bull case.
Yeah, by the end of the year. So we're talking 3-4 months, up 10 to 15% from current levels.
I feel like it could be there in a few days.
Realistic.
Pavel, I feel like a rally in crude. I mean, as volatile as it is, $45 by end of year. That's not a big move.
No, it's not. And look, we expect a much bigger move over a 12 to 18 month period, taking oil into the 60s. But you said in the short term. So over the next 3 to 4 months, modest gains in crude. Look, we've seen a lot of damage to sentiment, not just on oil, but frankly, every commodity market because of the headlines from China and from Europe to some extent.
Okay, so what's been the major driver into these multi-year lows in oil? What has been the major driver to the downside?
Well, in the last 30 days, it's been China, China, China. Now, oil, of course, if we look at supply and demand, that took oil over the past 12 months from 100 down to 60, maybe 50. But the last $10 to $15 a downside, literally in the last 30 days, was overwhelmingly non-fundamental sentiment.
Well, fundamental,
in relation to China, in
fundamental
relation to Europe.
Having worked on the buy side for most of my career, fundamental is what the market price just told you. So when you say supply and demand, I've heard a lot of people talk about that. You didn't mention the dollar. The dollar just had its most epic move on a 6-month basis, at least, during oil's most epic decline. Did you see anything from that perspective?
Well, the dollar today is roughly where it was in February and March. But oil over the last 60 days is down 30%.
Yeah.
The dollar has absolutely not moved much in the last 60 days. So that is, maybe that's a small part of it, but I think the much bigger source of headline risk is China.
All right, long term, Pavel, you said it's going higher. Thank you for joining us this morning, giving us your insights.